Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of the Eora Covenant. At the end of last episode, something funny happened, and by funny I mean actually not funny at all. I was in the Imdar system, ready to take this planet, when a big fleet showed up in the system, and well, let's just say I had a fleet of 8K and they had a fleet of 11K, and they were fast enough to where there was no way we could escape without going into combat and then retreating, and that is exactly what happened. And they took we took a nice chunk of their ships, but they also took a little chunk of our ships as well, and so we went from being an 8K fleet to a 5.3K fleet. And so we retreated, and we had to our transport ships had to get out of Dodge, and now we're still at war with those guys, but we're not as strong as we were before as far as fleet power. So we're going to be spending some time today recouping our losses. Also, to my surprise, while we were focused on our infrastructure and our military might and going over and fighting the Rutharian hierarchy, the Hithian alignment decided they wanted to colonize a planet right here, right at our space here. So I'm going to be having to colonize this planet right here just to kind of cut them off. And then I'm also going to colonize a planet right here. And so I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to try to squeeze them as much as possible. I'm going to be doing a lot more colonizing of planets right here, and right here, and filling them up pretty quickly. And then I'm going to cut off these guys. I'm going to cut off their... I'm going to close borders with them. Now, this is going to be a very aggressive act. They're probably not going to like it, and by probably I mean surely they're not going to like it. But, I mean, they did decide they wanted to pretty much cut right here. The problem with that is this is where our ring world is, and as far as hyperspace routes, they're really close to stopping us from being able to. We're cut off hyperspace route wise. If this continues, like this system is in their space, and so we've lost this territory, and we can't even go into this space. We can't. So we're pretty much, this system is locked off from us. This is in our space, but we can't actually reach it because of hyperspace technology, hyperdrive technology. I'm sorry. One thing I wish was in the game was the option, the capability to be able to create, better yet, be able to change your faster than light travel. I think it would be nice, it would be cool if there was an option to say, let's say you start off with hyperdrive, and then you realize that, hey, this is not as beneficial as I thought it was going to be. You could change, because right now, yeah, we're cut off from this system right here, and so I have to colonize this planet, and it'll hopefully push our territory back in this direction where they don't have this whole section blocked off, because it really is putting us in quite the bind with being able to access our ring world, and it's even worse because of the fact that eventually we're going to be able to repair the ring worlds. I mean, that's an option in the game that's going to come up, and when that time comes, I want to be able to do that, but we won't be able to do that until we actually have the technology. But when we do get the technology, I want to actually be able to do that. I mean, right now it doesn't seem to be an option. If it becomes available, I'm pretty sure it's going to become available. But Central Nexus, yeah. Segment, Central Nexus. What is that? Interesting. Irreparable damage. Okay, actually, well, maybe this can't be repaired. I believe there's an option to repair damaged ring worlds, but this might be one of the ring worlds that's damaged beyond repair. I don't know, but either way, we don't have access to this section of our space anymore, and that's a problem. So we need to rectify that, and so that's anyway. I'm just gonna kind of get the time going, get us the fastest, and we're gonna start recouping our losses from that last battle. But I'm not really happy about that. And we are 2 months away from getting this tech, the core sector systems tech. So that's going to, well, actually, in just a couple seconds, we are now 1 month away from. 1 month away remains. 1 month remains. There we go. There we go. Let's click that. That was a ticker there. So hopefully there's another tag is going to come up, because we're going to need to control more systems at this point. We're going to be controlling 10, but I need to be able to control this system right here, this system right here. And one thing I'm going to start looking into is creating sectors. These planets doing really well. I mean, it's capped out. So I mean, I've colonized that. I don't need to make any more changes to these planets except for upgrading the planets. So in actuality, I really could make this a sector. For this planet, the 2 planets in this system, and then there's a planet in the Azagama. What's the name of it? Where's the system at? Where's that planet? I can't seem to figure out the name of the planet in the system. Come on. Okay, gotcha. It's abbreviated, so it's Oz. Gotcha. The name is so long that it just cut it off at Oz. Isn't very helpful. But so there's a planet in this system that we could huh, that's weird. Oh, okay, gotcha. That military station is just not finished being built yet. Like that, why not? So we're going to populate that. But anyway, again, it's once this is finished populating, I can put that into a sector, and I'll put these 2 worlds in a sector, or these 2 systems in a sector, and then I guess I'll colonize these 2, just so I can lock up this space. Or I can always I might colonize this planet and then give it to the humans. That way they're not like being like shafted on their space, because they really don't have a lot of territory right now. So it would be nice if I kind of gifted them with some territory. I could always give them this system right here. I could take the system and go, hey guys, here's yours. But I'm not that generous. Hey, I want to be generous, but I don't want to be that generous with our allies. This is it's a pretty nice system. We've got some good stuff in here. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't too happy with seeing those guys colonize that planet there. So a little setback here. Regain commerce, destroy. This is terrible. The specters are really doing some terrible work here. The specters are just ruining the trade outposts. This is that's first I destroyed what did they destroy? Hold on. Pause this. Tile blockers. Okay, that's not exactly what I was hoping we would get. But at least we're not in the negative anymore. So that's wow, that shot us up to 229 energy a month. That's amazing what minus 10% will do for us. That's amazing. Wow, 229 energy a month. Well, that's also because of the fact that we lost a lot of our we lost some of our fleet power. So like less ships obviously means oops, I just pressed the wrong thing on my phone here. I was supposed to be setting my timer. Less ships means more energy. So I'll have to I'll be recuperating from those losses too. Fleet Academy, that's nice to have. I should probably get that while we're rebuilding anyway. In Grand Fleet, I'm not going to be using that because this is going to cost me too much influence. But I do want to get rid of these tile blockers because it's tile blockers. I mean, why would I want tile blockers on my planets? And let me see which planets have it. I think it's primarily my ocean worlds. I think I have one ocean world right now in my control. It's that one right there, and so there are 2 of those. It kind of feels kind of silly that I'd be wasting my research on that, but I'm sure I'm going to come across more tile blockers than just that. And I've got to remove the tile blockers on this planet too. I've got to do something about our happiness, because I want to get rid of this faction, this military faction, the Silver Guard faction. It seems like
complete.
I'm suppressing them, and they're actually duplicating, because there were 11 before. There were 8, then there became 11, and now there are 13. And so I'm not sure what to do about this, because I have them suppressed. They're 0%, so there should be 0 attraction towards. Okay, I guess it's a 3%. I'm not sure how that's possible. 5% of our pops currently embrace this. There's a 3%. I expect around 3% of our pops to embrace this ethic. I'm not sure how. There shouldn't be any attraction. It's at a negative 50% ethics attraction. So what's causing them to be attracted to this? I don't know. And plus, our governing ethics has a plus 105% ethics attraction. And 36% of our pops currently embrace this ethic. I'm not sure why more aren't embracing this ethic. So that seems like I feel like that's a flaw in ethics attraction. Before we had the ethics divergence, and you could easily dominate that. Survey speed plus 25%, exploration lab. That sounds nice, but again, that tech is it's way past necessary, because we don't really need to survey anything anymore. I mean, this survey tech would have been great in the beginning of the game. Now we've surveyed pretty much everything, so I don't really need that tech anymore. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the should I get the advanced combat roles tracking. I think I'm gonna go with that. This is gonna be good for, because once I do this, it's gonna be for all of our ships. But I also want to get this subspace sensor tech. I'm going to do that. Here's why: because if we get dark matter technology, that's going to be revolutionary. Again, because we're pacifists, we're not very combat focused. I do eventually plan on researching that other tech, but right now I just want to let's close out all the other tech research first. Where's this planet right here? There's this science ship. It's just kind of chilling around doing nothing. So where's he located?
Special project complete.
Well, this isn't doing much right here. So what am I gonna do here? I've got the temple. I've got this right here. So I've just about got almost 5 techs. I mean 5 pops. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do. Okay, actually I can do this too. I'm gonna build around this spot right here. Oh, hold on a second. Really silly of me to build this right here. I don't know why I did that. That was a really poor decision of me to put this right here, because I have to demolish this. Here's why I'm gonna demolish it. I don't know why I put this right here. I was gonna put a mineral outpost. A mineral. What's it called? Crap, I forgot what it was called. Mineral silo right there, because it was gonna give me an adjacency bonus out of this world. So I'm just going to have to replace this. But I'm just going to demolish it. Boom. Yes. There we go. I mean, this person's going to be out of a job for like a few minutes. Just so I can, I'm just going to build this right here. I'm just going to build it. Where should I build it? I'm just going to build it right here. And then I'm going to build a mineral silo where this was located, and then I'll have jobs for those two. And I'm gonna put you right there, this so we can get some engineering research while this person's waiting around for their job to return. That was kind of a waste of minerals there. I was just kind of trying to toss it in there, and I totally forgot what my other plans were. But this was going to be one of my mining planets, and I didn't take that into consideration. Engineering output seems to be pretty nice right there, so actually this is nice. But once this pop generates, I'm going to build a Paradise Outpost. Sorry, not Paradise Outpost, but Paradise Dome. I'm going to upgrade this and then get a Paradise Dome. But yeah, I'm just waiting for this colony ship to build. Who could have built this? Oh, okay. Abandoned terraforming equipment. This is scary. I'm going to dismantle the equipment. I'm not going to resume process. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what this thing says. Abandoned terraforming equipment. Since our initial settlement of cooperation, several anomalies in the moon's biosphere have been discovered. The ecosystem is unstable and has not developed according to projected models. For a world of this type, our scientists suspect outside tampering, and these suspicions have now been confirmed. A few of our colonists have stumbled upon a large underground terraforming complex that was built thousands of years ago. The equipment was apparently deactivated in the middle of the terraforming process, leaving the moon's biosphere in its current unfinished state. If we supply enough power, we should be able to reactivate the machinery. There is no telling what their end results will be, however. So who built this?
Situation log
I'm just going to pause this. Let's see this right here, Abandoned Terraforming Project. Ooh, that's a negative, so negative 20% to food, negative 10% to happiness, the exact opposite of what I would hope for. So we have two options. We can either leave that the way it is or let it change. We don't know what it's going to change into, and every time I've allowed it to change, bad things have happened. So one thing I've learned is be smart and go with the safest option, because if I make the wrong choice, all of those people die. And there's more risk of all of the people dying if I do resume process. If I don't resume process, then, you know, whatever. So, research. It'll take us 6 months, or well, yeah. So that's worth it. You know, we're going to dismantle the equipment and see what happens. But one thing we're not going to do is let that thing terraform on that planet, because it could become something where we can't, something completely beyond our ability to habitate it. One thing I could say is in all actuality, anybody could probably colonize that planet. Especially these guys. We have the technology now to where no matter who lives on this planet, anyone can live on this planet comfortably. But I just don't want to run the risk, because there's also a possibility of a species of whoa, what's this? Peace made between. I'm kind of curious what that looks like. Let me just see what's going on with this. What is the no demands have been enforced. Oh, okay. So there's white peace. They were at war with these guys, and they just say at white peace. You know, no one loses anything, no one gains anything. Oh, I see. They're at war with someone else now. These guys stay busy, don't they? These guys stay busy. It's kind of like us right now. It's like we're pacifists, but our federation is just consistently at war now. Well, we don't run out of space. That's what it is. When you run out of space, then your only choice is to start expanding. So, what can you do, right? What can you do? Your only choice is to expand. Speaking of expanding, eventually soon I'm going to start colonizing these planets as well. One thing I really do enjoy... Oops, research complete. That's got to be the tile blockers. And what else do we have right here? Tile blockers, subterranean. Subterranean colonization. Colossal sinkhole covers most of this region. I gotcha. Soil remediation. Okay, so I've got to decide which one of these I'm going to remove. So let me see which one of them is most likely to be a problem for us. The sinkholes right there. We've got 2 of them on cooperation. We've got one of them right here. We've got a lot more of those other guys. Actually, no. Okay, so 2 of this one of this one. On this row, we've got those. Bunch more of these, so I'm saving myself removing these before I remove anything else. Unity, volcanoes, I should get rid of those. Why have I not gotten rid of those yet? That is a very good question. So I'm just going to clear out all these tile blockers. That'll be a very quick, easy thing, but to just make this planet look a lot better, and I'll be able to see what I'm working with here. And then we'll go from there. We have to do something to make these guys happier because they're at 30%. We don't want that. We want everyone to be happy. That's kind of one of our focuses. And this, one of the nice things about mineral storage capacity, the mineral silo, is that it's not affected by happiness. So no matter how unhappy the person is, they're pretty much just at a mineral silo. So they're just sitting around unhappy, surrounded by minerals, and everyone's kind of like okay, and there's no problem. So there we go there. Now you might be wondering, why do you start building all these mineral silos now? Answer to that question is the more mineral silos you have, the more minerals you can store, and the more minerals you store, the more you can use them for things like, say, building megastructures, which is precisely what I want to do. And I just realized that I don't have a temple on this planet yet. So that is going to be my next thing. Once the tile blocker clears right here, I'm going to build a temple, because we need a temple on this planet. That's part of why people are so unhappy, because they just don't have God. And that will, you can't be happy without God. So that's what's going on with them. The focus is on military life, or they should be focused on the higher things, the better things of life. So that's that. But anyway, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do as far as tile blockers. I think I pretty much got this figured out. This is nothing's building on this planet, so I'm just going to clear these. Our minerals are coming back, but instead of building up our military, you've noticed I've been kind of putting them towards other things. I just can't help but there's so much to do, honestly. There really is so much to do, so much to upgrade, so much to improve. We're just doing too much. We really are doing too much. But it's just, again, like, there's just so much to do, so much to improve. So I've pretty much decided already what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the soil remediation, so that it's not going to affect your clinic. That would be nice, but we went into the side of research plus growth speed plus 10% also sounds really nice. Maybe we'll get that next time. I've been avoiding this technology for the past, I don't know, every time I come across it, but yeah. I'm waiting for this colony ship to finish building, and there we go, right there, Sapid. All right, so Sapid is going to, this colony ship right here is going to colonize this planet. So let me just jump in here and take control of this. Oops, there we go. Click this and right click this, and we're gonna build it right here. Just because of the fact that this Baldarian stone is right here, we get the best adjacency bonus. We'll also get plenty of minerals right here. I can build a paradise dome right here, and so we're going to get a lot of food from this planet, we're going to get a lot of energy from this planet, we're going to get a lot of minerals from this planet, and we're going to get a lot of society research because of the fact that we have that little zoo creature right there. And this planet is going to be called Abundance. Do I have a planet called that already? I have appreciation, I have resourceful, okay, abundance. There we go. I like all these happy names of giving everything, because that's okay. That's good. So we're gonna take that very, very quickly. Hopefully there's nothing in between here and here that would cause us some complications. And then we're gonna colonize this. Now I expected these guys might have something to say about us. Let's see, the border friction minus 15%, spiritual fools. Well, again, they border next to us, so if they have a complaint about us bordering right here, I mean us colonizing right here, then that's on them. Let's see. I do want to colonize this planet as well, because look at those 7 minerals on this in this system. Actually, if I colonize right here, not only would I get these 7, but also I would also get these 4 and these 7 right here. So if I actually by colonizing this one system, I would get 18 minerals, and I would also probably get minerals from this system too. So I am tempted. I must say I am tempted. But anyway, we are going to get this the thoric gas. Do I have the thoric gas currently? Oh, this is excellent. We're going to have 5 strategic resources. That's going to make our pacifists happy. Once I colonize this planet, we're going to have this thoric gas, which gives us plus 20% to our shield hit points.
Special project
and we can definitely use those. So, Crystal Codex. Okay, that was different from what I thought it was. The holographic data documents the terms and conditions for our trilateral trade treatment. Oh my goodness, that word, I feel so silly right now, I can't say that word. Trilateral trade treaty between 3 major alien powers that announce... Anyway, never mind, I can't read. I can't read, apparently, so I'm just going to skip past that and just move on. How are we? Oh, 54 days away from dismantling that equipment, and then we're going to see what's going to happen from there. I think we're going to get some terraforming research from that, or some other like engineering research or some terraforming technology. Typically, when you accept that, you get some sort of terraforming something. Stop guaranteeing the independence of the Inthari Confederated. I want to know what's going on with this war right now. We lost against the coalition of rural what? Coalition of what? I am so confused right now. I'm looking at this. Who are these people? Coalition. Oh, they must have changed their name. Oh, I see they did. The Coalition of Viral Culp. Okay, whatever. Wait a second. That's not a good sign. When they change their name, it usually means they change their ethics too. So there's xenophile egalitarians, but they're still militarists. See, if they became like pacifists, then I'd be okay with them, because that means that they'd be more likely to welcome other people into their federation, like the Confederation of Gay, which we've been trying to get them in our federation, but they dislike these guys, and I'm guessing they probably dislike them because they're militarists. So I think if these guys stop being militarists, then a lot more people would want to have a closer relationship with us.
Special project complete.
Alright, terraforming dismantled. Okay, so our scientists have finished seeing to the safe dismantlement of the abandoned terraforming complex in cooperation. We still have no information on who built it, but the equipment is remarkably advanced. It should provide a welcome boost to our research into terraforming methods. Okay, so they gave us a 500 research bonus. That's very helpful. So that's good. I'm not gonna complain about that. We got 1 month away from getting our advanced bomber wing technology. And with that being said, I'm going to upgrade all of our current battleships. So let's see, champion class. I'm just going to click this, and in 1 month we're going to see this change. Which I'm not going to sit here and wait for it to change over. I will get back to that. To see these ships are upgrading right now, so everything's upgrading. And while that's happening, I'm just going to, let's see, I still have some ships that are being created.
Colonization in progress.
Colonization in progress, perfect. I'm going to build another construction ship. Now that we're, boom, look at that, space connected. Finally, I've been waiting for that for a while now. And this is almost in our space. So, migration. This is a good sign. This is a good sign. So the Confederation of Gay and the Coalition of Viral Culp have set up a migration treaty. With that happening, there's a pretty good chance that that they're going to probably join a federation now. This is good. This is a really good sign. Them willing to migrate with each other, that means they've built up trust with each other, and that means that we're on a good track to them joining our federation. In fact, after this war is over, I'm pretty confident, I'm pretty hopeful that the Confederation will become a member, and that'll be very helpful for us as far as just building up our connections.
Research complete.
I have to build, I realize, a spaceport on this planet. And let's see, this one doesn't have a spaceport either. Let's build that up. This has a spaceport, but it's just got nothing in it. Alright, so 2 researches are complete. Let me see, what was this? Strike craft as I expected. Let me just quickly pause this, just for a quick second. Just to see, what do we have? Missiles, advanced railguns, crystal infused plating, the very basic armor right there that I'm not even going to play with. Why would I get the most basic? Let's see, military station damage. That's plus 10%. That would be nice. Let's see. Kinetic weapon damage plus 15%. You know what? I'm going to research that just to see if we have the resources in our space. And then if we do have those resources in our space, then I'll get the kinetic weapons research. That's like ooh, environmental adaptation and trait bonuses plus 1%. Oh, that's good. So I can actually modify our species now. I've been looking forward to this tech, very much so. For one reason specifically, is just to modify us, but also yeah. So there we go. There. We'll have one trait. So I'm just gonna quickly just look at our species and see what trait is it, because I took negative traits when I made the species, and so I can get rid of it. Weak. I can get rid of the weak trait. That will decrease the amount of minerals we collect by 5%. And I'm down for that. So yeah, I can get rid of the weak trait in our species. And I'll do that for all of our species. So we're looking at a 5% boost to all of our, not all of them, sorry. Let me just pause this for a second. Let me see here, Guardian Point Defense. That is the absolute best point defense you can get, the Guardian Point Defense. In fact, I don't really see this very often. This is late game tech right here that we're looking at as far as the point defense. So 5 to 6 damage. That's good against other fighters. Enemy fighters, that's good to have that as a tech. And it's funny because I think our enemy very recently had that. But I also want to get this. The Cetramine gas, that'll improve our governing ethics attraction by 10%. And so I'm, because of the fact that we have militarists, I want to see if we have this in our space. These are really difficult choices because I have 3 good choices right here. I want to get the X-ray lasers, because if I have to boost my laser technology so I can get particle lances, which is the highest. This is a totally different tier of technology after you get past lasers. But I think you have to max out lasers first, and so for weapons reasons and against like a foe as great as there's a foe that's gonna in an in-game crisis. It's good to get the X-ray lasers. So I'm really divided because I want to get this. I also want to get this Guardian point defense. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Such a hard decision right here. But at the end of the day, I should probably boost my let me just quickly check to see what we have as far as our technology. Lasers are the less effective of all the weapons, because I have phase 3 disruptors, but I also have phase 3 plasma cannon. So really, I don't need lasers anymore. I really don't need lasers anymore. I don't. I really don't. So I do need point defense. As I mentioned before, I need lasers because there's a disintegration ray that I can get, and there's also a particle lance technology I can get. So I might just get it just for the sake of having access to that research, but I have to see. I don't have time to research that. I'm just gonna go with lasers for now, and then I might change my mind later on. I might go back to one of the other ones. I did want that saturating gas though. But anyway, I'm going to build, let's see, Sapid, where's that? Boop, loyalty. I'm going to build a construction ship. Boom chakalaka right here. And that construction ship is going to build stations right here and right here as soon as it's constructed, so we can just capitalize on those resources that we have in our space now. And how are these guys liking being right next to us? See, they are like, okay, border friction now -24%, no, -24, so that they can't complain too much since they're literally right next to us, and that's their fault for plugging right into our space like that. One thing I also have to do is see, this is how far are we from? I really want to take this planet before they do, this desert world. What planet is on this here? This is the Arctic world. I see. So they use the same planets we do. In a different time, with a different culture, I would totally...
Construction complete.
If I was a different species, I would totally take all their planets. But that's not who we are. Look at all the space that we have, though. We're doing really well in space. I'm just kind of put a different view. You can see our space better. It's kind of stretched out this way.
Construction complete.
Construction complete. That will be the construction ship right here. So we're gonna build. Boom, mining stations.
Transmission.
And research stations, and mining stations, and research stations. There we go. Terraforming liquids. Everyone wants that. Everyone wants those terraforming liquids. But we need those, babies. We need those. And Alpine World right there. But look at this space. It's the purple represents our federations, our allies. This is a diplomatic map, so it kind of shows you how people feel about us. We're at war with these guys, so that's red. This is green because they're in a Federation alliance, Federation association with us. They're not part of a Federation, but they have an associate status with us. And I'm working on getting them into our Federation. What we really need to do is just ease a little bit closer to them. As I mentioned before, I want to colonize a planet over here, but that's not going to be happening right now. Let's see. I'm kind of curious what's going on with our war with these guys right now, because they we were at 40%, and then after my battle with them, we haven't really won any territory in a while. So I'm kind of curious what our allies are doing. Like, where are their fleets? That's a fleet of 2.6k. It's very possible that the same fleet that took out my forces kind of took out a nice bit of their forces. So I've got to see, because they're piecemeal. Okay, there's a 4.3k fleet right here, and there's a 2.6k fleet right there. So, and there's a 880 fleet right there. Okay. But where are these guys at too? Sorry, where are these guys at? What's the size of their fleet? That's them right there, 925. Oh wow, they've got a 14k fleet right here. Holy macro! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. There goes my fleet. There goes the ones I'm looking for. That's good. That's good. These are my friends right here. These are the ones I'm proud of. Special project complete. Ooh, wow. What system is that? Let me look where that's located. So they gave us an extra +2 to all of our research. So let's send a construction ship in that system to capitalize on those resources. Where's our construction ship over here? There's a construction ship over here somewhere. You know what? This guy.
Complete.
Once he's finished with those two, he's gonna build over here. And get some more research. There we go. And then he's going to do that there. Okay. This guy's gonna be a very busy construction ship. He's being construction guy. He's got a lot to do. I've got a lot of construction projects going on right now. This guy here. I've got this guy here that's gonna be building right here and right here. We're just trying to push our resources, push our research to the max. This is but anyway, what am I doing right now? I'm just gonna have to merge all of these fleets right here into one. Boom. And 1, 2, 3. Oops. I keep doing that. Put these guys right here. Okay. What is this? A derelict ship. With, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna upgrade this thing. Event ships are not upgradable. That's nice to know. Let's see what this ship looks like. We found a derelict ship. And this cruiser, and it looks pretty much like the rest of our ships. Alright, well, join us. probably not going to last very long, but that's the only cruiser we will have at this moment, so there we go there. So what we have here is a lot of nothing. 3 raiders at the lost start. So I have to build, I'm going to build some more battleships. Oop, I forgot. I was moving things around and I forgot. So we've got this guy right here. We've got this guy right here that needs to go here. Oops, actually I wasn't supposed to be doing that for that yet, but anyway, I'm going to upgrade that. Then we're going to get the Paradise Dome right here. I'm just going to put you right here. All the humans. And what are these guys? The Kesem. Migration treaties are great. I need to actually work on my migration treaties, because I feel like I don't have enough. So where are these humans at? Militarists. Offer migration treaty, minus 22%. Oh, that's because those guys are crazy. What about these guys? Migration treaty. Nope, we already got one with them. Migration treaty with these guys. Nope, we already got one with them. Man, we've got a migration treaty with like everybody. Ooh, human systems. Nope, got a migration treaty with them. Who don't we have a migration treaty with? I mean, that's not a bad thing. This is actually a really good thing. We are true. We really are true diplomats. I try really hard yeah, well, they don't want a migration treaty with us because they're crazy people. Come on, you're saving. I gotcha. Thank you for saving. Migration treaty. These guys are imperialist psychopaths. They don't want a treaty with us. Offer a treaty. These guys are democratic crusaders. Actually, this is not a bad thing. Distance and opinion. How do they have a negative opinion of us? Let me look back. Let me just kind of zoom out for a second here. Oh, you know what? I know why. Because they joined an alliance. They're part of a federation now, so they don't have the same relationship with us that they used to have. That's a bummer, because they did used to have a treaty with us, and then they broke off. That's what happened. I don't understand that, because they used to be our friends. By the way, I like his vest. He looks hardcore. He looks like a commando. He looks like a tough dude.
Research
Let me
complete.
try very quickly something really silly that's probably not gonna. Yeah, okay. I can't have a migration treaty with these guys because they are a fallen empire. But I had to try just to look at it. I could always insult them and just make things really bad for my entire federation. But I'm not gonna be stupid. I'm not gonna do anything that stupid. I could do something that stupid just for the sake of just being like, ha ha ha, I'm really stupid, but I'm not gonna do it. Ha ha ha, that was so dumb. Let's see, let's pause very quickly and see, what did that give us? Did that research actually give us any of that mass drivers? Did we find any of that in our space? Or did we waste our research? And that was a waste of research, looks like it. We didn't find a single drop in our space. I hate when that happens. I really do hate when that happens. Well, Patharian dust is right here, so eventually when we expand our territory in this direction, we'll have that. But I am disappointed that we didn't have any of the kinetic weapon resources anywhere in here at all. Not a little bit. That is, whew, man, the phone gave me almost like a mini heart attack for a second there. It's like, ooh. I'm kind of tempted. I'm a tiny bit tempted to go into this planet of these planetoids and like liberate them. Because then we have access to this space. and they join our empire. But you get a really negative response when you invade primitives. So I'm not going to do that. Even though we'd be doing it for the right reasons, we'd be trying to uplift them. I just don't want my allies to kick me out of the Federation just yet. Or really ever, actually. I built that Federation, put a lot of hard work into that Federation. Okay, I can either boost our mineral production by 5%, or I can go for the explosive weapon damage plus 15%. Explosive weapon damage plus 50%. That's good for our torpedoes. But again, if this resource isn't in our space, it's kind of a waste of our tech knowledge. It's kind of a waste of our research. Whoa, wait a second. I just realized there's liquid metal in these guys' space. Where'd that come from? Liquid metal? Are they getting it from this planet here? How did that happen? Subterranean ocean. Oh, that is so cool. I didn't realize that they had this until just now when I was peeking into their territory for research purposes. When I say it that way, it actually sounds creepier when I say it that way than if I should say. I was just out of curiosity. It's probably better to say that for research purposes. Which costs 90 months for this plus 5% to our mineral production. Do I really want to spend that 90 months for that research tech? We're doing really well on minerals right now, so I'm going to have to go with either the mass drivers, which is going to take 7 months, or I mean, I can pretty much research anything else here, but this I'll find this. You know what? I'll take this. Who knows? If we have these Aurelium ores in our space, then that'll increase the power of our torpedoes by 15%, and so I'm okay with that because we use a lot of torpedoes. We use a lot of torpedoes for our ships, which is why our fleet power is at 9K now. But I'm going to make some more ships now. Because I said I was going to, and that's going to be how I end this episode, with creating ships. Let's see. I want to do this very quickly. Okay, that only drops it down to 8, but this gives us a little bit more research, so I'm not gonna... That guy was just really unhappy, and I felt like his unhappiness was impacting his research. Anyway, boop, 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 boop. There are 2 ship classes that I really want to focus on. Still don't have level 4 yet. Okay, how many months? 10 months. Okay, then we'll have better lasers. But there was a ship class I wanted to focus on: honor and courage. No, not courage. I'm sorry. Might. Honor and might. No, I'm sorry. Wrong one. Honor and liberty. The liberty is the one I was looking for, because they have the neutron torpedoes, and I also want to give them... What's going on here? Did I not upgrade this class? Hold on a second, let me just put that back where it was. Before I do anything, I want to upgrade the large size. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. Great, so now we have super shields. So we can do that. Now as far as the A, we're going to do crystal forge plating, give us extra hull. So this is 1600 hull with an extra 10%. Boom. Extra 10% again, so plus 20%. It puts it up to 1920. That'll give us our ship's longevity. So I'm okay with that. Just increase the amount of hull points we have for that ship class. But anyway, I'm going to end this episode here. I'm just going to with this. I don't really have to worry about the hull tissue, regenerative hull tissue, only because the fact that we have we're good. we're good on that because of the fact that we have the liquid metal. Liquid metal, this gives us a plus megastructure build speed plus 30%. I didn't realize that. And that's for each of them? What? Oh wow, living metal is good to have indeed for megastructure as a construction. Ah, I can't wait to start building those. Ooh, I'm so excited! I cannot wait, and that's gonna be it's gonna be really soon actually. It sounds like I'm all over the place here, but megastructure is gonna be one of the next things I focus on as far as our ascension path. We're gonna be able to build to where we're gonna be able to build things. Voidborn habitats. We're gonna be able to build habitats, and I'm gonna build habitats first in our home system, and then from there I'll kind of stretch out. But habitats are really expensive, but with certain things, it'll be easier, cheaper, and
Special project complete.
Ooh, astound. Yes, astounding. Special project completed. We're gonna be building mega engineering. Requires mega engineering technology. I think mega engineering technology requires mega. How do we get that mega engineering technology? Does Voidborn give us that technology? I think after I research, after I get this extension of Voidborn, it gives us mega engineering technology. It should say that, but whatever. I want to get Imperial Prerogative just so we could like colonize more systems, but we're not gonna. Yeah, whatever. But anyway, again, I'm gonna end this episode with us finishing yet another colonization, another exciting colonization, and we're gonna go from there. We're going to populate, more pops. Oops, cancel. Of course. First thing we do is clear out, I guess, this one, and build a visitor center, and then I'm gonna clear this out and build the temple, and then we're gonna have everything else kind of flow in. Until next time, you all have a wonderful day, and God be with you.